uprooting your entire life and just being kind of low-key stranded on the corner. So this morning when I was leaving my Airbnb, I was supposed to leave at 10. But I didn't have the address to where I was bringing my things, and I have a lot on me, more than I should, and I know that, but I know that I'm staying here, so, you know, I was okay, or I thought it would be okay, and then Lisbon is safe, you know, so I leave my things in the Airbnb and trust that I'll be able to get it later, and I go get breakfast and then get the address to where we're going, you know, where she lives, and then I go back and I have to wait for the Airbnb, blah blah blah, get my stuff, yada yada, and then I get to where we're going, or where she lives, but it's like we're in the middle of the intersection, and I don't exactly know which address, which, you know, apartment is hers, and then she was having connection issues with her internet, I'm having connection issues, and so we're not able to contact each other. So I get, after, you know, I'm out of the Uber, I am in the middle of the intersection with all of my things, and I'm, you know, attracting a lot of attention. So that was already happening. I'm trying to contact her, and then some people like slow down and stuff like that, whatever. So then there's a particular man that saw me, and I saw when he saw me, and he was just going straight because it's a busy road. He was just going straight, and then he decided to park in the parking spot that was closest to me. He sits in his car for a little bit, and he's making phone calls and stuff like that, and I see him like he's looking at me. So I'm just trying to contact her and like guard myself as much as I can, you know, so that I can move as fast as I can with 2 suitcases, 2 book bags, and all the other bags I had. Then he gets out of his car and he walks to the sidewalk, like a little bit further down from me, like me, I don't know how much further, but a little further down from me, and then he pulls out a cigarette and he starts smoking. There's no reason to just, that's literally, anyways, he pulls out a cigarette to start smoking, and he's still watching me, still making phone calls, and then he, like, I start recording a little bit, but then he started like stroking himself, like masturbating, and then it was a busy road, like her road is very busy, so like a woman was walking up and passed me, and then like he stopped before like she made her way to him, and then he like smoothed himself out, like I know I wasn't tripping, like I know what that looks like, and then she said like, Sierra, I'm here, and then like she walked past him, and then I told her, you know, so then I was trying to, and then he went back to his car and he was still watching, and then I was on the phone and then explaining a little bit of what was going on, and then he started his car, we started to like go down the opposite direction of where, I shouldn't say that, but we started to go the opposite direction of where we needed to go, to like, you know, not confuse him, but not tell him where we're going. And he like started his car and like kind of was stalling, like trying to wait to decide which to follow us, because we're in the intersection still, and he doesn't know if we're going straight or left, and he's like stalling and waiting in the intersection, and then we go down and then he goes down, and then I had us go somewhere to be more public, you know, as public as we could be, but I had so much stuff on me. And then yeah, so anyway, so like, and then there was other men who came up at that time that like that seemed like they were working together, like they were making eye contact with each other, and it seemed like they were talking, you know, with their face and stuff, and they were like, there was a SUV that like put his hazards on for a second and then like took off, and I was concerned about that. There was a bigger van, and then there was another man that was like had his blinker on to like park by where we were but wasn't going anywhere. And then when we went inside the restaurant that we like hid out in for a little bit, like then he disappeared, and it was just like there was so much going on around me, and it seemed like it was connected, you know. So yeah, I was concerned because I've heard that there's like, you know, like abductions and stuff like that around here, like where they send a picture and they're like, come get her. That's what I was told. And that's, you know, I don't know. So that's what I was navigating. And I know not to travel with so much on me, but I also like am doing this travel thing, this nomad thing, and I don't know how to be lighter, because you get stuff everywhere you go, and you need stuff everywhere you go. So yeah, it was not fun, but thankfully I'm good. And then, you know, we made it. So that's what happened. Smart moves to make as a solo traveler are to travel light. How do you do that when you're doing this nomad thing? I don't quite have it figured out, because I'm also like a fashion-y girly, and I have to have the tech stuff, and then I also have to have the written stuff and toiletry stuff and girl stuff, you know? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I know that being in the middle of the intersection during lunchtime is not smart. In the center, I can't say the center of the city because I don't know, but yeah, so those are things not to do as a solo traveler. Learn from me. I wanna be my dream.